Hello, today I'm going to walk you through finding your legislator. The website I'm going to use today is Ballotpedia. Ballotpedia is an online encyclopedia of American politics, information about federal, state, and local politics around the United States. All of the content is compiled and published by professional staff writers who ensure that the information is given in the most accurate and nonpartisan way. Ballotpedia is aware that some articles' quality is dependent on the sources that they use. So they try to use primary sources when possible. They avoid blogs, social media posts. They prioritize sources that are trusted across the political spectrum, and they try to balance sources with competing narratives. They also believe in fact-checking policies using data audits, error audits, and reported errors. So this website is one that is very trusted across many individuals and one that I hope you will use going forward for your resources when it comes to politics and policies. So let's talk about who represents you. As you scroll all the way down to the bottom of Ballotpedia, you will see a series of links. The one link that I really want you, or a series of links that I really want you to concentrate on, is information about voting. The first one is what's on my ballot. This will give you an ability to look at your sample ballot based on your address. So what's going to be on the August 23rd ballot? The next one is where do I vote? Checking where your precinct will be. The next one is how do I register to vote for those individuals who are not registered yet? How do you request a mail-in ballot, which is still legal in the United States, but there is a deadline. When do I vote? Gives you a timeline of when the primaries will be, which is August 23rd, and the general election, which is November 8th. When are polls open? This is in particular to early voting, and of course the hours of operations for the day of the election. But the area we're going to concentrate on is who represents me. So if I go ahead and click into this link, it will bring me to a new page where I will input my address. You can put your email in there if you would like to receive email updates from Ballotpedia, but it's not necessary for you to be able to find your legislators. So once you have your address in, just hit continue. And then it will load who represents you from both the federal and the state. Some of you may have information on your local politics. Local is much more difficult to find, and there will be a separate video discussing some tips and tools to look up your local. But for right now, if you are lucky to have it, it will have your county commissioners and your city mayors and sometimes your judges. If you do not have it, don't worry, there are other ways. But for now, on my screen, it shows me who represents me in Congress. So that's Washington, D.C. My two senators, Rick Scott and Marco Rubio, and my U.S. House of Representatives, which for me is Gus Bilirakis, but for you, it may be different. Then it moves down to Florida. And who represents me at the state? So my state senator is Senator Simpson. My House of Representatives is Representative Zika. But again, these are my districts, so you may see something different. And then it goes into statewide offices from our governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, Florida Commission of Agriculture. All of this information is important for us to also ensure we're electing individuals at this level and in these roles. So let's say I want more information on one of these individuals. I can click into their name. And this will bring up a new page, which gives me Senator Simpson's basic information, a little biography about him, some of the committees that he's been assigned to this last couple of legislative sessions, some of the bills that he sponsored, because remember, each legislator is required to sponsor a series of bills. So do they align with the NASW values and code of ethics? It also gives me information on his election and how he won. If I scroll down even more, it's going to give me some information on campaign donors and who supports him, and how does that information and that financial support sway how he makes decisions. It also will give me the opportunity to look at some of his most current information by going to his official website, his social medias, and his personal Facebook and LinkedIn. So I hope you'll be able to use this information to learn more about who represents you at both the federal and state. Thank you.